Well, it's bright and early Saturday morning. We got a good probably inch of rain here last night. It's a muddy, wet mess, but we're going to try to finish up. I have to blade the mud off top of that dam over there, finish cutting dirt, and then we're going to try to haul that stuff out of the bottom of the pond up there to the hillside. So wish us luck. We'll see how it goes. Well, it's an absolute muddy disaster out here this morning, like I figured it would be. But we will get something done today. So as you can see, there's actually some water in the bottom of the pond. We got to add some dirt to that front face right there. So I'm going to go down here and try to get that cut out so it'll drain loose. About 6 inches of dirt on the front face, or the top up here, and about 3 more feet down here to get it grade. As you can see, it looks like a river was flowing through here last night. This was the reason I did not cut this down no lower than my ditch, so that this would drain. I just didn't know we were supposed to get the rain tonight, not last night, so I didn't come through here and ditch this out like it needed to be. I have fall so that will drain. My new air intake did not fix the squealing problem. I don't know what it is now. Besides that is, it's holding water. Alright, let's go over here and try to dig some dirt and see what kind of mess we get out of that. Gotta love Mother Nature. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna take some of this dirt and try to mix it together, and that way we don't end up with a scoop of wet dirt, dry dirt, all that jazz. It's probably gonna stick in the dump truck, but not much we can do about it. Like it's at least draining over there. That's why I don't like to stockpile dirt, because if you leave it in the ground, it'll always stay dry as long as it can drain. But say I went and dug a big pit right here and burn all that stuff in the pit and left my dirt stockpiled up, it would just be a giant pile of mud right now. And that would not be any good to me. Hopefully the truck will make it up to school. A little slickery. Trying to back up. I'll scratch it out. Back up now. Crazy how it can just go from so good yesterday to just an absolute cluster. All because of some rain. neutral, ain't nothing spinning. There you go. Get a road built just another day. Keep them a little pile of dirt right here, that way that will keep them from sliding, maybe. There we go. Scrape all the mud off. Rain, rain, rain screws everything up. That would just top the morning off right there, running over a $2,000 excavator. It's a amazing where those trucks will go, and it's amazing how little it takes to stop them. I think we got it now, though. I got this gravelly stuff rigged up. It ought to get some traction now. Well, we're making pretty good progress now. We got another lift on the pond dam, and now that we got a path made, the truck's doing a lot better. Just getting another lift put on the dam. It was about 3 feet low on the far end and 12 inches on this end. Get that raised up. And should be able to get all the dirt here. Might have to go over there and make another cut. To get the dirt that I need to finish. But I'm trying to get this cut down right here so that what I want to do is I'll pick out those stumps and stuff that didn't burn, and I'll push all those roots and everything in here about 18 inches deep, and then we'll cover it up with that topsoil. That'll get rid of this burn pile right here. Pit. I'll show you. There's an old borrow pit dug pretty much right under that pile of topsoil right there, so I'm going to hog this down and we'll just add to it, get rid of all that mess right there. That's the plan. Use all my dirt that I can right here. Well, I got my hole dug here. I don't want to dig the borrow pit back any farther right here just because this is going to be his main road over here. And I got plenty of room over there where it won't interfere with the road. Let's go check our pond dam and see how much more dirt we need. So we're good right here. Good right here. Probably good right here. And then about 8 to 10 inches down here. About a foot or so right here. Probably need to row a little bit more off the front edge there. Yeah, about 14, 15 inches right here. Alrighty, coming along though. Have a very thick layer of good material here.
I'm seeing that.
We're getting what we can get. 2 foot's better than no feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna finish that dam out. Probably cut this all the way back to that pile right there, and then we'll just from like halfway up just build a big ramp and stockpile it. That way when I do the center of the dam, my dirt's already there.
Oh, okay. That way you can just push it over.
Push it over and put all that in.
How do you pack that in? So close to the...
Well, no, what I do, I'll go in there and I'll dig all that out and I actually pull it in there, and I'll go in there from the bottom and work my way up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just like the cork, we start off in the bottom and work our way up. Because you got to leave the center open, so when we get big rains like this, it can drain out. If not, it'll just flood your workspace. Lo and behold, we get a hurricane or something. Get
too early.
8 or 10 inches of rain, and I got the dam halfway put across, and the pond halfway fills up. That's not good.
That would be a mess.
That would be.
Sounds like that's happened to someone before.
So we've got most of our dirt over here for the pond dam now. Got quite the cut. I'm going to cut that back all the way to the burn pile right there. And we're just going to stockpile the dirt now from about where the roller is to the end of the dam. Just build a big ramp and pile it up. And I'll have that for when it's time to build the center of the pond dam here. I'll have all that dirt just stockpiled right there so that we can very easily push it right on over and compact it in place. So that's what we're going to do. We'll start somewhere about right here and just dump it out and just ramp it on up. When we push that topsoil and stuff out of the way, there's still a little bit of clay right in there. We may dump some right in here, and I can roll that in and just kind of soften this, or probably just let it dry. It's so doggone wet right now. Can't even get the roller in there. Yeah, somewhere about right in here, we'll just start a nice gradual lift and go up with it. Big pile. So we're stockpiling clay there now. Robert's actually on the D6 now because he can push through that pile in about one push now. And we're going to build a big ramp all the way to the back there. And that way I'll have dirt on hand when it is time to fill in the center. So starting to get into some better material now. Ran into a little ridge right there. It was only about 18 inches of clay, so I was like, oh boy, gonna be cutting thin on the dirt. But so far it's starting to get back a little bit deeper. Well, that's the last load of clay for today. As you can tell, we've got a pretty good stockpile there at the end of the dam. Pretty much back into the pile of ashes now. So I'm going to take off down here to the bottom and load out those stumps down there, haul them over there to the burn pile, and then we're going to start pushing all this material back up the hillside and building the pond bank back with the unusable material that is in the bottom of the pond. Start by cleaning up these ashes and mess. All the stumps and everything. We're going to haul those over there to the other burn pile, and I'll mix those in and finish burning everything over there one day. Everything out of here that will continue to burn and burn it up. Just kind of dropped everything. So he's way over there dumping the stumps next to that burn pile. Robert's on the D6. What he's doing is taking all that stuff that I pushed down the hill, all the overburden for that clay, and pushing it back across. And what we'll do is I'm going to start cutting this material once I finish loading these stumps out. At the bottom of the pond, we're going to dump it over there, and he's going to take it where he stopped pushing right there. He's feathering the bank back in, and then fill in that edge we cut out, and put all that nice topsoil back on the slope and the hillside coming down to the pond, so that we should be able to actually grow some decent stuff. Well, dirt moving is going pretty good down here in the bottom now. I forgot that was ashes. Oops. So we are loading this out and, like I said, hauling it over there. Pushing that up the hill, and people are probably going to ask why we just push this with the dozer. Well, it's honestly, it's a lot faster just to put it in the truck and put it on some wheels and roll it over there, because that dozer will probably push, let's just be conservative and say 2 of these bucketfuls. It'll probably push 3. Well, the truck holds 10. Let's just say 3. So the dozer would have to make 3 of the biggest, heaviest pushes it could possibly make to get what I can put in this truck over there. Well, it takes me, what, about 2.5 minutes to load the truck, and it's a lot more efficient and burn less fuel. That dozer burns about 10 gallons an hour sitting there hogging dirt like that, and hauling dirt with the truck like that, it might burn a whopping 4 gallons an hour, because I mean literally all it's doing is sitting here idling, and he hits the throttle for about 20 seconds to get over there, and then he's back. And then, you know, I'm burning probably 4 gallons an hour doing this, because I'm not sitting here working the whole time, and at the end of the day I can move probably 4 to 5 times as much as that dozer could push in the same amount of time. That's why I do what I do. Done it long enough, I know. Still working on getting our ashes hauled over there. We got that pile all pushed down, or pushed up the hill, I guess you could say. Now I got him working on pushing that stuff that was in the pile up there and that other lot down the hill into the borrow pit. All that was the mess from up front where I cleared the logging deck and burnt up there. So while we got about an 8 or 9 feet deep hole right there, I'm gonna get him to put all that stuff in there, and we'll get her tracked in. So I finally got all those ashes moved right there. I swear they just kept growing and growing. But what we're working on now is cutting another row of this dirt out. I'm gonna take it straight over here, and by the time I get all this should be enough to kind of fill back in my cut and soften that slope coming down to the pond. I was able to kind of push that bank back a little bit farther by cutting all that dirt out, but I had to kind of, you know, build my slope back in from that straight down edge. So he's backing over there and dumping that out. I got Robert on the dozer. He's back on the Komatsu, blading the dirt that we stockpiled up there for the dam off, and just kind of tracking that in, getting it ready for whatever weather we get this weekend. Last load for today. Get this dirt. Whoa! Well, first, I'm backed over my little pile of dirt I was sitting on. Last load for today of the stuff in the bottom of the pond that is going up on the shoreline and hillside. Some pretty good topsoil. It sucks that there was absolutely no usable dirt in the bottom of the pond though, so a lot of dirt to move, but I kind of figured that, knowing that the whole bottom of this pond, when I looked at it, was all just a low-lying wet area. I knew that there wasn't going to be any good material, so at least it's not a shocker. Up here and check out everything that we've accomplished today. I know everybody's ready to go home. So we've been taking this and adding it back to the hillside. You can pretty much see the shoreline right here. Getting all this dumped back in here. I'll put another lift up there and that'll put a nice taper down here, because pond's going to be about to the right there. So all right, well, we've done a lot today. I'm going to stay and get that clay tracked in, that way it doesn't turn to mud if it rains. Living life on the edge with the old bow mag. We're probably not 20 feet, but we're pretty high up off the ground right here. As you can see, the excavator and the dozer. So let's just cut this thing off so we can talk. Good progress today. We finished building the dam. It had to come up about 3 more feet, and then we hauled all this material right here to stockpile, so that when I cut out my trench right here, see, I gotta get all that dirt's got to come from that side over there. So I tried to cut every little bit of dirt that I could get from this side, and then we cut all that out this afternoon to build my slope back, and then whatever's left right here between the dozer and right there is going to get cut out and put on top of that to finish grading all that out, and then the whole entire pond bottom will be done from that side all the way across to that ridge that I've cut out, and then all that material right there has got to go, probably half of that. I'm gonna do the same thing where that pile of roots and mess is dig that whole hillside out just like this one, and all that's going to get wasted in it, and then all this material will go up there, and then that'll be used to build that slope back. So happy with the progress today. We just need many more days. Hope you enjoyed.